Okay, hi all. Okay. In this video, as I said, this is second part of the data streams, right? So in this video, how we are going to create the data streams. It is not so easy like index creations. Okay, in the index creations, we can define index template, or straight away we can ingest some data. While ingesting data itself, the index will create. Okay, so that is not so much easy. There are several steps we are supposed to follow. Okay, then only we can create the data streams. Okay, there are some prerequisite. What is the prerequisite? Now first we have to create ILM policy. Okay, so in the ILM policy we will define what are the phases, right? So let me show my here. Okay, here. So this is how we have to define the ILM policy. Okay, here a policy will have phases. Policy will have phases. So each I mean we will define what are the phases we need. Of course, here I have hot, warm, cold, frozen, but we can have only some of the phases as well. Okay, let me open this stuff. Not this one. See, it has only the warm phase. Okay, no need like ILM should have all the phases. Okay, whatever the phases it need, it can have. Okay, of course we have to define a node accordingly in the node.role something, node.role.name something. Okay, in cluster in elasticsearch.yml file. Okay, fine. So here we will have the phase. Of course, every phases we can run some of the action, right? So phases, ILM has several phases are there. Sorry, several actions are there. Okay, in each phases. Okay, of course that is so this is the one of the sample. ILM policy. Okay, in this we are focusing on the data stream. I am not talking about more about ILM policy, but this is what ILM policy. Okay, so ILM policy first steps in fact. Okay, so we have to define the ILM policy. Okay, then we have to define one or more component template, but this is a good way, no need. Okay, but we can define one component template for which have mapping, and one component template for settings, and one component template for any other meta parameter, something like that. Okay, so some static configuration, something like that, whatever you want. Okay, so we have to define it index template obviously. So index template, the best practice is what is now. So compose of one or more component template, that is our best idea, best practice in fact. Okay, so or else we can define straight away index template itself. Okay, there we can define all the stuff, but in the index template we have to enable the data streams. How we have to enable the data stream means, here let me open my stuff here. ILM data streams CRUD on. Okay, here this is how we have to enable the data streams. So this is one of the template. Okay, this is one of the templates. So we here we have to enable the data streams, then only it will match. Okay, so that is one steps. Then of course we have to define the index pattern. Of course index pattern we will define in the normal index template as well. So, okay, so index patterns matter, so accordingly it will match. Okay, so index pattern we have to define. Then priority. Okay, priority, what is usually the built-in template which comes along with Elasticsearch will be 100 I mean within 100. Okay, within 100 or 100 to 200, something like that. Okay, so the priority, if it has more value, that is take precedence. Okay, so that's why let's say I have this template. Okay, assume that this the same name taken by the same template already defined in the Elasticsearch, then my template has to take more priority. So that's why that built-in template may have 200 or 100 something. Okay, so but my template I have given as a 500, so this will pick it up. Okay. Okay, this is our template. Okay, so of course in the templates we will define mapping as well as settings, correct? So, or we can do some compose. Let me open other stuff. Create data streams mapping. No. This is another one. Okay, this is another. Yeah, here you can see that. Yeah, compose of. Okay. Yeah, here mapping and settings comes from the separate component templates. Okay, so I have different separate component template. I am just reusing those component template in the actual index template definitions. Okay, so ILM policy has been defined and component template has been defined, then actual index template has been defined. Okay, so now the data stream has to be created, right? So now that data streams can be created either manually or automatically. So manually also we can create. Yes. So this is okay. Here I am manually I can create, so without pushing any data. Okay, here I have given my data stream names. Okay, or else by pushing by ingesting data also we can create. So here you can see here, right? So I just said this is the first time I am pushing some data. Okay, so that times it will create automatically. So the data streams can be created either manually or automatically, but these are the prerequisite. Okay, prerequisites. So this is how we will create the data streams. So obviously one is ILM is very important one. Of course, you know that it will move the backing indexes to different tiers. Okay, data tiers. So ILM policy, then one or more component templates, and in actual index template we will be reusing those component template. Of course, other than reusing the priority, index pattern, and especially data streams has to be enabled. Okay, then only it will match it to the data streams. Okay. Then finally, so we can create the ingest by data into streams, or we can create manually without any data. So later we can ingest the data into data streams. So these are the steps, or these are the prerequisites we have to follow to create any data streams. Okay, here this is a document, exact documents. Okay, okay. So what happened? Let me refresh. I think this is another book. Okay, no problem. Okay, here you can see some what is it? Some ILM policy has been defined, and some one or more component template has been defined. Okay, usually the setting is settings, and we will create separate component template for settings, components, a separate component template for mapping. Okay, that will more easy to manage. Okay, that's what I can say. Then we will create one templates. Okay, composed of component template. Then we are creating data streams here. So here we are bulk using the bulk ingest or single document ingest. Okay, so by single document ingest, or of course we can create manually. Okay, then security perspective. So obviously what is now that how the user should have right privileges. Okay, that these are the steps to create fresh data streams. Okay, but in case if you want to migrate existing index into the data streams, okay, you can do using the migrate API. That is what separate migrate APIs are there. Okay, here you are creating that data streams. Okay, for the migrate we should have that aliases. Okay, so accordingly it will create. Okay, so that is also with using alias. That's what. Okay, with using the alias only you can migrate index into the data streams, existing index, but that is very rare, right? That is very rare use case, converting existing index into the data streams. But still, if you want to convert, obviously you can do with the API. Okay, you can migrate set of indexes into the data streams. For that we have to create aliases. That alias belongs to all those indexes. Okay, so these are the steps. These are our prerequisites we must follow to create the data streams. Thank you. If you like the content of this video, please comment, like the video, and subscribe my channels. Thank you. Thanks for watching.